We'll start with a bride who's getting married by the light of that unforgiving sun. Reuben is well aware of the importance of this day to the bride. Of all the days in her life, this is the one when she wants to look her most beautiful. During the consultation, he advised her to avoid tanning booths, get a facial a week before the wedding, and schedule a waxing to clean up her brows. No services should be left to the last minute. They discussed the look she wanted to achieve and had a trial run. They looked at the resulting pictures and together made some adjustments. They settled on the soft, pretty look she wants, but making some concessions to the vagaries of the camera and videotape. Since Jamie's is an outdoor wedding, the light will enable us to give her the natural look she wants without her makeup fading away. The key to this is a flawless complexion on which we can build and blend color. There is a bridal golden rule. If she's wearing white, use pink-based colors. If she's wearing off-white, then tend towards peach tones. Jamie has chosen off-white to flatter her warm undertones. Reuben starts by blotting any excess oil on the face and applying a thin layer of absence with the foundation brush. This creates a smooth canvas for the rest of the makeup and helps to make it last. Once the skin is primed, Reuben applies the correct shade of liquid minerals using the foundation brush to help minimize pores, diffuse fine lines, and even skin tone. He then uses the Deluxe Shader Brush and Ivory Press Base as his concealer and runs it all around the eye. This will also give him a matte highlight on the brow bone. Be careful not to use shimmer on the brow bone. Flash photographs can often make this look like a mirror. Next, he polishes the face with pressed powder in a matching shade with the handy brush, making sure to cover all areas of exposed skin. He wants to end up with a completely clean canvas. Our minerals are ideal for brides. They are very water resistant and have minimal risk of transference. This means that they can cry through them, dance through them, hug through them, and still look as if they just applied their makeup. They can even go to bed in them. This is the ultimate guilt-free makeup. Reuben likes to use 3 colors on the cheeks. The key is blending them well. The first shade, Tawny, is applied to the sides of the apples of the cheek and blended with the handy brush. Copper Wind is placed just beyond the first color on the upper cheek area. Cinnamon, the darkest shade, is applied under the cheekbone, creating a slight contour. As you can see, 3 colors can actually look more natural than 1. He then blends over the entire cheek area with the pressed base to create the effect that the bride is blushing from within. Since Jamie has already had her brows shaped, all that is needed is a little enhancement with eyeshadow and some clear brow gel. Reuben applies absence to the entire eyelid with the camouflage brush to reduce shine and prime the lid. He then applies oyster shadow mixed with pure matte finish powder from the crease to the brow, using the Deluxe Shader Brush. He mixes peach sherbet shadow with pure matte and applies it with the same brush from the crease to the lash line. Mixing these 2 shadows with pure matte reduces the shimmer so that they photograph well. He uses the crease brush to apply antique rose eyeshadow in the crease, starting at the outer corner and working it into the middle of the iris. He sweeps the same color on the outer quarter of the lid all the way to the lash line. He uses a 4th color, taupe, and picks it up with a wet camouflage brush. He nestles the brush under the crease line from the outer corner to the middle of the iris, then draws the brush down over the antique rose shadow in the outer corner of the lid. He then uses it to line the outer quarter of the lower lash line as well. Reuben chooses cream to powder liner in Black Brown Plus, using the dark brown shade and the angle brush to create a classic wingtip effect. Starting at the outer corner of the eye, he draws the brush along the upper lash line, stopping 3/4 of the way in. The outer corner should be wider than the inner and fade off into the lashes. He applies lengthening mascara in jet black, focusing several coats on the outer lashes. Ask any bride about her main makeup concern and she'll respond, "Keeping color on my lips, especially after the smooch at the altar." While we don't make a semi-permanent color, our lipsticks are highly pigmented and will stay on longer than most. You should encourage your client to purchase her lipstick and lip liner so that she can touch up when needed. Because the choice of lip color is so personal and absolutely essential to how the bride feels about the way she looks, do everything you can to settle on the color before you begin the application. 2 tips when choosing a color. Browns can make teeth look more yellow. Avoid deep, intense colors, such as red, unless the bride has dark skin. The camera finds it hard to deal with contrast, and the makeup will end up looking muddy. Ruben is applying a light layer of absinthe around and onto the lips to increase staying power. Then he lines and fills in with nutmeg pencil and blots. This removes the waxes and is one of the best tips for ensuring that lip color stays on longer. He then applies a thin layer of lily lip color, blotting through a single layer of tissue and applying a light layer of powder. A second thin layer of lipstick is then added. Spritz the whole face with D2O to set the minerals and add to the dewy look. Shimmers and lip gloss can be applied after pictures have been taken. For a little extra sparkle at the reception, mixing a shimmer powder with moisturizer and smoothing it on the shoulders is a beautiful way for brides to wear shimmer powders.